with 355-1515, because I just like, this is like old school. Like, you know, David's coming up, and David's been here over 25 years. He's been involved in QVC. I've been here 30 years now. It's my 31st year, and I remember doing big, bold gold shows and silver styles and all of these different shows over the years. This is reminiscent of that in what is going to be one of the most extraordinarily detailed, intricate, classic links ever created. Welcome to the world of the Byzantine. And the Byzantine, as mysterious as the Byzantine Empire, it's often been described, can be smaller gauge, can be tighter gauge. This is not that. This is big and bold and huge. If you want a small, understated bracelet, don't get this. If you want to live large and live out loud, oh my gosh, this is your brand new piece. Look at it. It's stunning. And it's going to be a combination in these Byzantine links where it's almost hard to see where one begins and where the other one ends. And they're done with a combination, an intricate, wonderful combination of high polish and then textured links. And that actually helps you discern a little bit about how this is made. So it's even better and more dimensional, if you will, than high polish or all textured. So having that mix makes it more elegant, makes it more designer-like, and makes it more timely. There's a big oversized spring ring clasp on this, and there's literally about 300 of these to go around. So this one-time only story is a regular QVC price of $311. By the way, 100 in the silver to go around, and 200 in the yellow. 100, 200, and then that says goodbye. Now, when we do that, in those three, that's all three sizes. So the small, the average, and the large. So let me just set that up right now, because if you're looking for it in the small, I'm going to say that it fits a 6 3/4. That's a classic fit of a bracelet in a small at QVC. Don't worry, it'll fit it. You don't need to size up. The average fits a 7 1/4. The large fits an 8-inch. The reason I say fits is because this is such a big bracelet, they had to make it longer in order for it to wrap around your wrist in order to accommodate a 6 3/4, a 7 1/4, or 8-inch. So don't worry about size. Order your normal size, small, average, or large. And then you choose the color. And here comes the color. And that is the gold. And David, without just shout it out, what is the price of gold right now today on the market? Is it $32.50? $3,250 an ounce. And yeah, but back in our day, 30 years ago when I started, it was $250 an ounce. 300. Oh, it went up to $450 an ounce. It's now $3,000. So in order to get this would cost you a small fortune to buy this. It would be in the 4 figures. It would be 4 figures to get this bracelet in gold. To get it now and do it for this price for 5 easy payments of $46. By the way, silver has gone up. So we have this in stock. It's here now. It's boxed. It's good to go. And it's stunning. So what's more popular right now? What's more popular from a perceived value? Getaway, if you want it in the silver, you can. Only about 100 remaining. And that's broken up between the small, the average, and the large. And the price goes away not at the end of the day, not at the end of the weekend, but at the end of the show. But in the yellow, look out. 175. That's in the small, average, and in the large. If you want to get oversized spring ring clasp, and the price says goodbye in about 35 minutes. I'll just take this. Look at this clasp. It opens up so gently and yet securely, locks into place, so it's easy to put on, easy to take off, and now you see the thickness of it. That is 7/16 of an inch in terms of its width. And look at the links and look at the individual shapes of those links. This is not obviously a herringbone, but it's not a rope. It's not a paper clip. It's its own extraordinary link. It's not a marine link. It's got an incredible, incredible combination of links that are different shapes. There's actually 2 major links that are traditional round links that are done in the textured finish. I'm going to get really close on that textured finish, because then those 2 round links that are textured finish are perpendicular to one another. Can you see that? Just put your eye just only on the texture for a second and see that as I see the round ones facing you, there you see the perpendicular design to that. And then now take your eye off the texture and put it onto the high polish. And there you see almost that horseshoe kind of combination of that wonderful, wonderful dimension that you see that creates what is then called the Byzantine. These are handmade. It's an incredible story. This is a $300 piece of jewelry. It's 23 grams. This is also a weight story. So if it's been a while since you picked up 23 grams in gold, I can't even imagine, $3,200 an ounce. So what is gold an ounce, right? If this is 14 karat gold, give me a break. If it's going to be $3,200 an ounce, this is a lot of gold. It would be 4 figures to pick up. But here and now, to wear on its own, if you're looking for a big, fantastic, this would be considered a big, bold gold piece. In this case, it's clad in 14 karat gold, and it's clad throughout. It's clad throughout in terms of the clasp, the texturing. So the texturing is done first. The shape, the individual links to one another, soldered together, extraordinary process. And then it's kind of clad, or if you will, or plated in that gold. But the sterling silver is going to be plated as well. It's going to be 0.925 sterling silver, the most reflective metal. And that is very, very this is not a heavy oxidized. You see a lot of sterling silver pieces that have a high-low effect with a lot of oxidation. That's not the case here. It's very, very subtle, very, very subtle in terms of the oxidation. So in the last minute, one-time only value, normally $311, brought down, and it's going to go up $50 in a little bit. In 30 minutes, it goes up $50, everybody. If you want a gift to yourself and take advantage of this right now, this is it. It's a major sales, so fewer than 100 in the silver and 100 in the yellow. So the yellow just stepped up. From a perceived value point of view, for $3,200 bracelet, you can now get for 5 easy payments of $46. So stay on the line if you're on the line. Don't worry about fit. Buy to fit 6 3/4, 7 1/4, and 8-inch because we made it longer in order to accommodate that extraordinary look.